Hello there everyone and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn's Revenge Imperial Civil War 2.2 preview playthrough as the Imperial Remnant. We are playing the Empire's End campaign, which is a 140-ish planet campaign. We got off to a pretty contentious start with the Pentastar alignment yesterday. We managed to take out Jarek when he was sitting alone in a Praetor, so we're going to aim to take Wistril and Darkon today if we can. I made a few changes between the episodes here to the AT-AT, the Hailfire, and also the AAC, even though we didn't see that in the episode. And I also got the beta started for 2.2 on our forums. So I did end up having time to go back through and add the rest of our patron units for this era in. There's still some stuff that comes up in a bit later eras that I haven't gotten in yet, and we do have our Executor patron to get in, the Inevitable, but I figured we weren't going to build it this episode, so I'd hold off on that. So also, just for reference, that'll be why we don't end up using the regular Executor. I do have all the same limits on the patron Executor, and we're only going to use that one, because I don't want to be like overrun with more SSDs than we normally have access to, but I do want to get some of these guys in. So Showdown, Bellum Totalis, Donager, Galactic Fried Chicken. Oh, can't afford it. So we do know they have a fairly large fleet sitting in Darkon, or we had it last time. But we also know they have a larger fleet floating around somewhere else. But if we can take out the Darkon fleet, then we should be in much better shape. I do want to grab some of our ground units up to here.
Destination set.
What do they have there?
Enemy fleet approaching.
Oh, they're actually coming for us over Wistril. Hopefully they don't bring stuff together from other fleets for this, but I think we had enough to destroy what they had there. And then
Tactical battle imminent.
oh, they're coming to this one. Those jerks. Why didn't I think they were doing that? Well, I figured because we were blockading Wistril, they would go for that. But I guess they saw our vulnerability here on Bilbringi and decided they'd rather take the more important planet, which I can't blame them for. Alright, so we're going to retreat, and then we're going to send our main fleets up from Wistril down into Bilbringi here.
Reinforcements en route.
Yeah, because we don't have very much here. We just have a lot of shuttles who I'm assuming they're not going to do very good for us.
Reinforcements en route.
Let's see if this works.
Activating energy flux. Carrot Commander here.
Hawks is looking into, and so am I, the script for this. These units are being swapped out with the skirmish variants, which don't have the single unit retreat stuff. I just want to see if it works right now. Okay, so it is working there. Means we just got a free one.
Reinforcements en route.
We're going to be retreating from the whole battle. I just want to see if I can get all of it out, and then
Calculating jump to light speed.
you know what?
Space
We
station
might be able to
damage.
do some damage here. We did get a freelancer,
Reporting.
which again you won't be able to do, but
Reinforcements en route.
Watch for enemy ships.
Lander ready. Reinforcements.
get you guys back there.
Lander reporting. Transmission received.
Nowhere to go.
Attack.
Star Destroyer standing by.
I don't want to go too far forward because I'd rather not lose
Destroyer reporting in.
Star Destroyers, but if we can hit up some of these raiders, they're kind of small targets, so they're not ideal for. So we're gonna end up losing more than they do out of this.
Prepare for jump to hyperspace. More enemy craft. Taking fire.
No engine's gone. Okay, we got out with our ISDs. Probably lost a couple of those frigates, but it's not worth fighting a war of attrition with them this early on, because we will lose that. Where I'm trying to sacrifice stuff off for them. Should have just left earlier.
Order confirmed.
Vehicle in production.
All right. I really do want to focus on getting rid of the Pentastar alignment first. So we'll try to get through them by the time we're halfway through Isard. They're going to get Kane on week 20, along with a lot of their other heroes. So if we can try to get a bit more of an advantage before then, if we can take out this fleet, because it seems like they're going from Bilbringi back to the planet that I just attacked. So if we can get there before their fleet does, take out their infrastructure in space, and then hit the fleet as it gets there,
Scouting.
that would be the ideal situation, I think. Well, let's try to get up a little bit and set up.
Ready for recon.
Can you capture this? No.
Gearing up. Almost there.
Reporting. Moving out.
Alright, I'm going to send one of them behind and then
Ready to move. Scanning
capture
the area.
every build pad
Moving
we
to
can on the
secondary
way.
position. Awaiting orders.
Awaiting destination.
Let's go with AV.
Scout trooper active. Watching for the enemy. Affirmative, sir. Scouting area. Scout trooper reporting.
Awaiting orders. Turret constructing. Advancing. Ready. Squad, move out. Construction complete. Construction complete. Turret constructing.
There was one up
We've
here.
secured a right away zone.
Roger that. On the way.
And this
Turret
one.
constructing.
Get nope.
Squad, advance.
Some parts of this this section that are not super obvious where you can and can't go. This path, don't think this goes up to anything
Reporting in.
too
Turret
necessary.
roger that.
Let's see if there's like a sensor array up there or something.
Form up. Move out. Right away. Moving to that area, sir.
I was thinking about making the sensor arrays a buildable structure for the defenders,
Awaiting orders.
because I feel like I'd use that a lot, and it seems like it would be worth the slot,
Form up.
at least to me. I don't know how much use it would get in other situations, and it's a fairly powerful thing,
We've located
but
the
it's
enemy.
not like powerful in terms of like you just get a lot of
I got
free
you.
power out of it, like actual combat power.
Affirmative. Target confirmed.
So if you just have sensor arrays, it's not like you're gonna win the battle, because you need the actual units, and
Copy.
that would be nice to have more of a trade-off like that in more places.
Weapons ready.
And
Reporting.
you guys just go back to cabin.
Let's move out.
I copy. Right
Nope,
away.
that's it. That's the ground.
Targeting rebels.
There you go.
Engaging rebel forces.
Turret constructing. Order acknowledged.
We haven't added in the oh god, the turrets to the dropships yet, but that's one of the things that I still need to do.
Yes, Commander. All right, man.
I don't know that we're going to be able to beat the
Always
Hellfires.
ready, sir.
For whatever reason, they had 600 health. I don't think they always had 600 health.
Order,
This is
sir.
part of why the AT-AT was not doing anything to them. I could have swore they used to be a lot squishier.
Affirmative.
I don't remember
Reporting
giving
in.
them 600 health.
Scanning area. Engaging enemy.
Reporting.
Roger that. On the move. Fire.
They're significantly lower now, and then I'll
Scouting area.
see if we need to make other adjustments to them. One of the other things I want to do for them is give them a minimum range so that they can't just fire their rockets off from
Right away.
however they want, to make them more like artillery.
Moving out. Heading out. Target acquired. Enemy sighted. Enemy spotted.
Unit destroyed.
Fall out. Let's move out. Inputting coordinates. Keep going. This way. Over there. Scouting. Hostiles. On my way. Scanning area.
Unit destroyed.
Oh god.
Unit destroyed.
It's a lot. You won't be able to beat that.
Vehicle factory destroyed.
Destroyed a few of them. There you go.
System lost.
Okay, we're gonna get into Darkon
Tactical
first.
battle imminent.
Trigger. Not gonna be able to do that.
Tactical battle imminent.
Is that just the structure? Yeah. It is just their shipyard. So we can get rid of that. And I think they're sending their fleet back here. Well, they have no other way to escape, so
Coming around.
Moving out.
give it a second. Yeah, I really thought they were coming back here, so let's just go in. I want to take Bilbringi before they can get too established on it. And
Tactical battle imminent.
okay, so it looks like we will have a pretty big battle of Bilbringi. They're gonna Bilbringi the pain. I should have canceled all those ships too. Oh well. That's the kind of thing that I do if I'm playing on my own, but if I'm trying to talk while
Batteries ready.
Choose your reinforcements.
recording,
We're
it just
moving out.
slips my mind, and then I never actually end up doing it. A terror squadron.
Reinforcements.
Okay, so I might have to change how I do these because I think it's the container text that comes up like this.
TIE defender
And
standing
then yeah, because we know it's terror squadron from hovering over it over there, but it. Yeah, I think it does just show the container squadron,
Yes, Commander.
container, or even unit information that way.
by. Awaiting
So I will
orders.
have to change how I do that.
Moving to coordinates. There they are. Blast them.
The unit name's probably even more important than the squadron name then. Right, how do we can come in the back here, I think? Hold on. Okay, they have all the raiders up front. They have a couple things in the back. Let's drop our Tector over here.
Move out.
Let's drop an ISD-2 with
Reinforcements
the Tector.
canceled.
We shall be there
And we'll
shortly.
give that some escort carrier escorts
Moving to new sector.
and dreadnought.
Moving.
We'll get our ISD-2 in the back
Right away.
and 2
Navigating.
acclimators there. Spartan's Pride. I'm gonna put Spartan's Pride up this way,
Out.
and we'll drop
En route.
Lancers in with these
Awaiting your
guys.
orders.
Moving out. En route.
And we'll put the VSD-1 because I don't have the missile types changed on these yet, so they're still anti-fighter or really good anti-fighter,
Speed.
which they won't be later. We'll do that, and then I'll leave a
Reinforcements
space open for a
canceled.
Quasar or for a Carrick.
I'm hit.
Awaiting your command.
TIE squadron here.
Okay, let's see if we can take out some of these
We're being
skip rays.
Squad, move in.
Commander.
You guys can start moving in.
My scopes are jammed. Where are the others?
Reporting in. Engaging
Shield's
unit.
almost gone.
Roger that.
I tried to keep them a little bit farther back so that there was nothing that would be
We've got them
just
on.
obliterated when coming in.
Attack.
Gun them
Commencing.
down. Interceptor squad.
But some of these guys are a little bit far
for
off,
the Empire.
but
Commencing attack
should
run.
be okay.
Warm up. Destroy.
Some people were also asking in the comments how I do the thing where I reset the camera. Like if I end up accidentally doing this, then
Enemy forces.
you just double click your scroll wheel and it's all good. It all returns to normal.
Engaging the enemy. I'm hit. Minus one.
Our target priority is the laser cannons. Open fire.
Targeted. Under control. Changing course to intercept.
Copy. Attack that target.
Orders, sir. My scopes are jammed. Returning to your position. Target critical.
Cruiser reporting.
You will see vendors being a fair bit more hardy in this too.
I got him. Closing
I changed that a while ago.
Taking fire.
I
Pursuing
copy.
enemy forces.
Attacking target.
Watch for enemy ships.
Reporting.
Go after them. Regroup. I've been hit. Engines are malfunctioning.
Star Destroyer standing by.
Oh god.
Acquiring target.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Targeted.
Choose your reinforcements.
Moving out.
I'm gonna put a strike cruiser in here and just try to take out all the raiders with that.
Where are the others?
Our launch bait has been disabled.
That's theirs. We get you in here to do the same.
Yes. Fire at will. Primary engines system is down. Our lasers have been destroyed. Our engines are destroyed, sir.
The prey birds actually ended up being a fairly common choice for the patron ships too. So just for a recap for anyone who, so all the ships with like names, like we have Spartan's Pride in this battle here. These are requested by the patrons, so there's a link in the description for all the ships people can choose. And because I let for the last few, I've let everyone choose their fighter loadouts as well, and I've always liked prey birds, but I didn't think they would be that popular when people could choose any of the Imperial fighters, except for TIE Defenders. There's a separate requirement for that, just so we didn't spam TIE Defenders. But, oh, they got one out. But, I also didn't notice if the thing came up again, telling us where our thing went, where our ships went.
Our shields are down. The lasers have been destroyed.
But,
Our primary engine system is down.
the prey birds are, I think, the most common requested ship other than TIE Interceptors and Scimitars.
Fire for maximum effect.
This is really not good.
Choose your reinforcements.
Commander.
Okay, we can move this group up more.
My scopes are jammed. Where are the others?
Reporting in.
Shields almost
Attacking.
gone. I'll take care of this.
We really need Bilbringi though.
Lasers are destroyed. Roger that.
Enemy ships.
Targeted.
My scopes are jammed.
I think we want to do Project Ambition.
Shields almost gone.
Get Lusankia.
Cover me now. Watch for enemy ships. Go after them. Regroup. I'm hit.
So many raiders.
Getting a lock. Losing control.
Form up.
Switch position. Gun them down.
Well, we're actually starting to make some headway.
Engaging
The only thing is, if we lose all these ships, and then the New Republic or Zinj decide they don't like us, then it's not fantastic.
Unit capacity.
Copy. I copy.
Closing on target. Unable to shake them. Fire. Pursuing enemy forces.
Our engines are gone, sir.
My scopes are jammed. Where are the others? I got him. I've got him. He's about to be destroyed.
Alright, I think...
Narrowing position.
We've got them on scope. Those
Oh, no, that's not ours.
must be destroyed.
I thought those were our two acclimators, but I guess ours are destroyed.
Taking fire. Draw their fire.
All the raiders they had just ripped apart all our fighters. Which, I mean, that's how it's supposed to work, but...
Maximum firepower.
I'm just gonna see if it's like last time. If it's just... Anytime you have a new battle... We actually had this issue before, where the first battle, all the abilities, like the retreat stuff would work. And then the subsequent battles, it wouldn't. So I want to see if... No, it's not that. Interesting. So it's something else.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Because it wasn't working... It stopped working yesterday.
Opening fire on the torpedo launch.
But I do need to check again if it actually ended up back on the galactic map properly.
Awaiting orders.
Choose your reinforcements.
Helm ahead full. Understood. Moving to sector. Carrick en route.
Sir, I've got him.
Awaiting your orders.
Alright. Lost a lot of fighters, lost a couple ships. I think we lost 2 ISDs of some kind.
Torpedo launchers
But I hope this means we'll be able to
Your orders. Commander here.
I'm on this one.
take some of the planets off of the PA.
Come about.
Your commander. Attack.
We are victorious.
There we go. Wiped them. Those were skip rays? Thought they were shuttles at first. So we did lose Tector, 2 ISD2s and ISD1, Terror Squadron. They didn't have that many capital ships, but they had so many raiders. Almost not worth it, but I'm gonna still say worth it.
On my way.
Said so in all chat.
Heading out. Destination set.
Oh, retreated to Borleas, was that? What did it say? Crap, it said so up there, but I didn't read it. Or Darkon. I might have just picked the wrong planet affiliation. I'll have to check the tapes on that one.
Invasion commencing.
So I guess it worked then. Didn't crash. There was something else making it crash before then. Just for that one battle.
Awaiting orders. Choose your reinforcements.
Order acknowledged.
Order acknowledged. Now that we actually have the beta out, I think the next thing I'm going to do is going to be the overall ground pass with the dropships and with a lot of the stat adjustments.
Standing by.
There's a lot more people actually playing. I don't think they didn't have time to set up turbo laser turrets, so
Yes, sir.
I do want to check out the sensor node. I don't think we'll be able to see too far with it,
Let's go.
but
Armor ready. Rolling out.
Reporting in. Construction complete. Keep going. Roger that.
Just give me a target.
Form up.
yeah, that's very little space.
Sensor node constructing. Awaiting orders. This way.
That seems like it's super small compared to what it used to be.
Construction complete. Copy. Over there. I copy. Moving out.
Maybe it's just because Bilbringi is so big.
Sensor node constructing.
Tank brigade.
I'll have to try it on another map that is smaller.
Construction complete. Advancing.
Right, sensor nodes up here. They didn't build turrets, so those won't be there. Alright. They do have a few things here. Nothing too big, and it looks like they want to defend
Moving to position.
the base.
Bomber
So
standing
let's
by.
make that easier for them. Let's cluster up
Commencing
more.
Bombing run. Moving.
Choose your
We'll see how the AT-AT does, because I got some of its buffs in, which may have been too much,
On my way.
and may have been not too much enough.
Reporting.
Bombardment available.
Alright,
Acknowledged.
structure's down, so they're going to start coming up and trying to fight me, IRL. In case you ever forget which faction you're playing,
Yes, Commander.
tells you. Imperial Remnant. I've gone back and forth on calling them the Empire in game, because they actually talked about that in one of the books. Where like, well, these guys, they're still the Empire.
Destination.
They don't call themselves the Imperial Remnant. It's more to the how the New Republic refers to them.
Acknowledged. Squad,
Ready.
Well, you guys
On
shouldn't
my
have
way,
that.
sir. Walker moving out.
We took out most of the destruction survivors because of weird affiliation issues
As you wish, General.
and
Right away.
locomotor
Commencing
issues.
attack. Weapons are.
It's possible to have it all there, but it's just it causes a lot of issues. It can cause a lot of issues if you use the same thing in multiple places. Okay, so that seems like it's still weaker.
Moving out.
Did something else change, or did someone go through and change a lot of stuff that I wasn't aware of, or is this just
Walker moving.
am I
to
just
attack.
thinking it should be different, but it was like that before?
Targeting at maximum firepower. Fallout troops. Bomber squadron reporting.
What's here? Oh, the bunker.
Initiate attack run. Commence
There we go.
attack run.
My planet. Mine. You can't have it.
System conquered.
Right, HV gun, because apparently we need that.
Building
Turbo lasers.
started.
And we'll leave an actual garrison on the planet.
Fallout.
Let's go for Darkon. I was hoping we'd do 25 minutes in. We've lost and retaken our planet. Luckily, we spent the whole time in battle, so
Constructing unit.
the other factions haven't had a chance to attack us. I'm gonna check the chart too. Yeah, it was a Lancer and a Strike Cruiser that we retreated, and it seems like it did go to Darkon, so it might just be not checking the affiliation properly. But that's kind of pointless for me to speculate about when I'm not sure what the thing said.
Understood. Moving to sector.
The enemy has been spotted.
Okay, they did get a they did get a station up
Reinforcements.
because we destroyed the one.
Let's move out.
Let's jump
Let's
in. I mean,
Moving to coordinates.
really a reason to, but
Reinforcements
Order confirmed.
cancelled.
people seem to very much care whether I pause while I do this or not.
Destination confirmed.
Okay, let's get in behind the skip rays.
Increase the flank.
Under control. Regroup for another
Reload.
being targeted.
Hell,
Watch him. He's coming around.
Commander. We're moving out.
Position. Nowhere to go. I'll take care of this.
Reporting in.
Not
Fire.
much longer.
Open fire.
Getting a lock. My scopes are jammed. Where are the others?
Intercepting.
He's about to be destroyed.
Roger that. The lasers are our target.
Could do it again.
Operating jump to
Choose your
light speed.
reinforcements.
Form up. Attack that target.
Enemy ships.
Attacking target.
Ready for
Our
command,
primary
sir.
engine system is
Advancing
down.
on target. Taking him out. Attack.
Okay, got away.
Ready.
He's headed your direction.
Navigating to coordinate.
So I'll read the prompt this time, like I'm supposed to.
Squadron standing by. All fighters attack. Attack. Unable to shake them.
I'm gonna check the display length of that text too, because I know I'm supposed to look for it and I miss it.
At your command.
So I think if we just make it stay up there longer,
He's coming around. Returning
it'll
to
be a
your
bit
position.
better for people.
Take care of this. Let's finish him. Taking fire. Move in. Closing on target.
Ready for
Pursuing
orders.
enemy forces. Ready for battle. Roger that. Taking him out. Watch your back.
We are victorious.
Got him.
Retreat aborted.
So we lost the Strike Cruiser, but that's what happens when you do the retreat. Retreated to Coruscant. Okay. So yeah, there it is. So that's all functioning. Get you back into the fleet.
Ahead full.
Destination.
Actually, before I do that,
Building.
I do want to check out
Vehicle in production.
what's gonna happen when we get
Beginning
there.
construction.
But before we do that, let's check where we want to put some extra credits if we can. It looks like we're actually maxed out. Here's Wayland. Let's
Recruiting troops.
get some Nova
Training
Troopers.
soldiers.
We get the bonus there. I'm also gonna send
Vehicle in
one of these guys
production.
in.
On my way, sir.
All right, check out Darkon,
Complete.
Borrelia.
Construction complete.
Kessel, that's fine. You can have those planets. I wanted to stop you guys from getting down there, but it seems like
TIE Defender standing by.
I did want to fight the New Republic, so it looks like that's going to happen eventually.
Reporting.
What do we have here? I think these were free spawns. It did actually come up in the comments a lot, like that Arisi was here, and that there were some other heroes that were a little bit different between like Era 1 Part 1 and Era 1 Part 2 that we currently have in Part 1. We actually haven't changed some of those spawns. Like For the era stuff, we mostly just got in the actual mechanic of changing eras. So there will still be a few things like that that you'll notice are a little bit off from what they should be. And that'll be changing as we go through beta. Our main concern with the era system was making sure we got through all the eras without any unexpected side effects. And since we're mostly confident we've done that, we should be 35 in Probots. We don't have Probots in the mod. And we're not in Era 3 yet. But yeah, so that's all stuff that we're going to be working on as we try to flesh out some of the extra bits. So let's get 2.3 when. Let's get...
Vehicle in production.
First one was Oblivion. 2.3 when. It's Treason then.
Unit.
And Stout-Hearted.
Unit.
We'll also grab Final Stand.
Unit.
Actually, no, not Final Stand just yet. I want to grab at camp. I would like to get another ISD. So let's go with Devastator.
Vehicle in production.
Or actually, yeah, we can get Devastator. Yeah, Peregrine's Nest already, Indefatigable. Tell them that. There's one or two that I built two of. Alt tab. One or two that I built two of in the last episode, but I'm not super concerned about that because I'm sure I'll get them killed.
Coming around.
There's one thing I can be sure of. Okay. So that's actually doable. So let's doable that, and then I kind of want to take one of those Maldruid planets over there. It seems like they're actually making a bit more headway into Zinja's territory again.
Invasion commencing.
So I guess we'll go for Bandamir. Mandalore, not Bandalore and Mandamir.
Yes, Commander. Right away, sir.
This will be a good place to test
Destination set. Order acknowledged.
sensor nodes again, because it might just be because Bilbringi is quite a large map.
Maximum unit capacity. Sensor node constructing. Turret constructing.
Order, sir.
Armor transport ready. Reporting
Construction
in.
complete.
Yeah, that seems right actually. So it's just because Bilbringi is so large,
Let's move out. Roger that. New coordinates. Let's roll.
and I won't rush in like last time.
Reporting.
Enemy unit
Squad,
sighted.
advance.
Roger that.
Construction
On my
complete.
way. Form up.
Awaiting orders.
Looks like they're probably not going to go too far past that. It's just the infantry right now, yeah.
Awaiting orders. Form up.
I would like to build, just because it seems like it's fairly likely they're going to attack here again.
Form
I
up.
want to keep these structures up.
Scouting area. Awaiting your orders.
Let's get you guys in, and
Copy.
Support order acknowledged.
you can come in as well.
I'll copy. Reporting.
It does feel like the 2M tanks underperform compared to the Saber tanks, if only because of the weapon variety on the Saber tanks. So, and these are likely supposed to be a bit better. So what I'd like to do is update that a little bit, and maybe have the main blaster be a better anti-vehicle thing, and have the have some secondary anti-infantry weapons on it.
Moving to fire. Ready. Targeting. Reporting. Cannons charged. On my way. Yes, sir. Attack. Support fire ready. Awaiting orders. Let's go. Yes, Commander. Keep going.
You know what? I think I will start Project Ambition with the next week rollover.
Moving out.
It's 10,000 credits, but we'll get, and we will lose a planet. We'll lose K-List. Actually, I think the New Republic took K-List anyways,
This way. On my
so
way.
it doesn't matter. So we will lose Harsk, but we'll get Tackle and Makati, and we'll also get Lusankia. So we lose Harsk and we lose Saint Vestige,
Open fire.
but we do get two Grand Admirals, which they have good bonuses. They're not like Thrawn level or Akbar level, but they're pretty good.
Ready.
And we get Lusankia, which is an SSD.
Brigade
So
standing
10,000 credits for that.
Yes, sir.
Not the worst deal.
by. Armor ready. In my sights.
Bombing run available.
Just give me a target. Fall out. Enemy in range. Tank brigade ready. Attack. Fire. Open fire. Let's move out.
Unit destroyed.
Ready to receive orders.
Unit
Attack
destroyed.
Commencing right away.
Okay, yeah, those are fairly weak.
Yes, Commander. Affirmative. New coordinates. Attacking target.
Okay, you're in range of the turret, so don't get shot by the turret.
This way. Fire at will. Over there. Attacking. I copy. Fire! Concentrating firepower.
The enemy has
There we go.
been defeated.
Darkon is ours. We lost the 2 M's for that.
System control achieved. Constructing.
Get the HV gun. What I'd like to check just quickly.
Building under construction. Building cancelled.
We'll hold that off. Where do we have some of our attack? Okay, so let's get the trade
Building
station
under
there.
Construction.
Coruscant, we already have one.
Building started. Building under construction.
I think the New Republic's limit for the for some of the buildings wasn't for the tax collection agencies and stuff, or mining facility for them wasn't set up, but it is for the Remnant, which is why we had so many more credits in the NR than we do now.
All ahead.
Let's check out Bandamere.
Construction complete.
2 ISDs. So once our guys get up here they are. We can go in for
Construction
Bandamere.
complete. Construction complete.
We'll see what they build now that I don't think they can build Arc 170s anymore or Gladiators.
Construction
Heading to
complete.
destination.
Tactical battle
It
imminent.
looks like Zinj actually did push back some of their stuff already. So we won't need to go too far into this. Really, the going after Maldrude like this right now isn't for any major strategic purposes. It's just because we already had a pretty big Let's Play where we were mostly fighting Maldrude. So I'd rather take care of them sooner than later. Like, just not even take care of them. I'd rather have it so that
Understood.
if we can influence the war between Zinj and Maldrude, I'll do it on Zinj's side.
Moving to sector.
Choose your reinforcements.
Carrack en route. Understood. Moving to sector. Carrack en route.
Carrick en route. Alright, 2 ISDs, we have 3, and Carricks.
Understood.
Look,
Moving
sir,
to
it's
sector.
them.
Alright, they're heading towards the base. So, Solemn
We're moving
Vow,
out.
Indefatigable, Peregrine's
We shall be
Nest,
there shortly.
and VSD. I'm gonna put it slightly
We'll be
behind.
there shortly.
Helm ahead full. Increase the flank.
Reinforcements.
I want the
cancelled.
ISDs in before the smaller frigates, so.
Understood.
Coming back around.
Okay, they're coming around.
I copy. Fire at will.
Engaging the enemy. Acquiring
You can still
target.
take advantage of there's some TIE
Advancing
Avengers.
target.
Currently using the
Attack.
model from Vader's ship,
orders.
but
Open fire.
you can still take advantage of the fact that the ships want to go back to the station and jump in behind them, but they do turn around and fire at you now, whereas before they didn't. And
Copy. Under
you kind of do want them to go near the station, and there's only so many ways to handle that. I would like to optimize that behavior a little bit more still, but
Star Destroyer standing by. Target.
it's definitely much better off now than it was with the original behavior sets.
Fire for maximum
Your
damage.
reinforcements.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
formation. Draw their fire. Cover me now. Attack formation.
Yes, Commander. Awaiting orders.
Go after the copy. Attack that target.
Awaiting your orders.
Watch for enemy ships.
Awaiting your command.
Headed your direction.
Our target priority is
It
the
looks like we will be able to
engines are gone, sir.
handle this.
Target at maximum firepower.
Attack. Regroup.
You know what, let's
Prepare for jump to hyperspace.
I'm gonna do this as much as I can, just to test as much as I can and see if we can figure out what breaks with it. was still working there.
Direct fire on the engine.
Losing power.
Full
Losing
speed.
control.
Oh, there's the IPVs.
We've got them on scopes.
Excellent shot.
My scopes are jammed.
Attack commencing.
I can't switch position.
Attack.
So tiny.
Commander.
Okay, your engines are down, so we just need everyone else to go attack stuff.
Fire.
Should be able to take out the IPV on the way past.
The others. Get behind them. Unable to shake them. I have them
Reporting.
now. Taking fire. I'm on them.
Roger that.
Nothing wrong with the prey birds, so they can come over and help the scimitar.
Enemies in range. Coming around.
Choose your
Target
reinforcements.
locked. Commander, they're
Form up.
hitting us.
I've got them in
Destroyer
my sights.
here. Copy.
Narrowing position. Tightening up.
Open fire. I copy.
Coming back around for another run.
Reporting.
All right.
Attack that target.
So we're just going to take out the station, and then I think that will actually do it for today's episode. So our next episode should be going up on Tuesday. In that episode, we will hopefully take out Bandamir. We just have retreated to Kuat. So there it is. So our goal for that, we're going to go for Wistril. Is Wistril the same map as Tarkon? No, okay. So yeah, we're going to go for Wistril. Maybe even Yaga Minor. But we'll probably end up finishing up the ground battle here at Bandamir. It's mostly infantry there. And yeah. We'll see how far in we can get. One of the things I do want to do before the Haven spawn is get all the territory around them. Just that we're guaranteed to have the fight against them, because I want to fight the Havens. I want to fight the Havens and the Duskin League on my own. I don't want the other factions to do it, which would be easier for us if they did wipe them out, and then made themselves weaker. But I still want to get more Haven action in the LP. So hope you're enjoying it so far. Like I said, we're going to be working on the beta for the next little while as well. So there'll be a fair amount of changes going on that are compatible with the saves. You'll see a lot of balancing and that kind of thing. That should hopefully not break the LP. But yeah, so I'll keep talking about that as we go through and talk about how that's going, whether we have any changes to the release schedule. But so far we should be okay. But anyways, hope you are enjoying the playthrough, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone.